Hello, hello. We will get started on Insight Timer shortly. In just a few moments, come join us. Hello, beloveds. Welcome, welcome. We'll get started shortly. I think we're going to bring up a little more light for today. Nice cloudy morning here in Hawaii. Good morning, Jen. All right, let's do a little sound test. I'll come back by the mat. Just want to make sure this is the mic you are hearing me through and that you can hear me well. So can you hear me now? How is that? Yes, it is gloomy. Are you on Oahu? Did I forget that? We should get together in person. Oh, I don't think I knew that. That's beautiful. You know, send me a DM if you wish. I'd love to share a couple things with you. It'd be fun to connect in person. All right, friends, wonderful to see you and your bobbing, beautiful profile pictures. We'll wait just a few more moments before we begin. Hi, Jane. Thank you. All right, great. And while we're waiting for just a few more moments for others to join, let's just do our sound check one more time, and let's make sure that the volume is okay. As always, I try to make sure that when I have music, it's not too loud because some don't enjoy music during their practice. So if I'm over here and we're moving together, is the sound of the volume, or is the music volume on a nice level? Is it a nice level for you? Okay, great. Thanks for your feedback there, Jane. All right. Well, let us get started. As a reminder, if you are not here with us on Insight Timer, I invite you to come over to the Insight Timer app so you can be part of our experience together, our live experience together. Getting a little bit of airflow here. All right, we'll get started. I like being a little closer sometimes, so we'll start here. Welcome, welcome. I'm grateful for your presence and this opportunity to practice together. If this is our first time meeting, my name is Selena. I lead live sessions here on the app, community sessions where we meditate together and are introspective, and also yoga asana sessions like this. You can find all of my live sessions on my profile page. I also have many recorded tracks, and I have 2 courses. One is called Yogic Practices for a Peaceful Life, and the second course, which we're in the final stages of approving, will be released very shortly, and it is a guide to living with self-love. So many ways to connect. You can always DM me, and we have a group here on the app. The group is called Love Heals All, and it's a space for us to be together in community to support and uplift each other. Hi, Victoria. Great. Yeah, feel free to just say hi in the chat, my friends. Where are you in the world today? Maybe share something you're grateful for if you wish. It's always nice to bring gratitude into the forefront of our awareness. And while you are sharing where you are and your gratitudes, a few tips for this session. First of all, I always give an introduction before we begin our 60 minutes. So our 60-minute practice will begin after this introduction. Hey, John, I saw your picture. Happy to see you. I always list these full vinyasa sequences as intermediate because I don't break down the poses the way that I would for a beginner session. However, wherever you are in your experience of yoga asana, I invite you to just honor yourself where you are, honor your body, listen to your body, take pauses. If you're unfamiliar with something or uncomfortable with something, please make sure just to watch or rest. There's no need to force yourself to do something. Wonderful. Welcome, Kimberly. Oh, nice, John. You've been getting some warm weather. Beautiful. Great, Jen. I'm grateful to be together. All right, wonderful. I invite you to have a yoga mat and have any props that you wish to use. My yoga mat is a little thicker, so I don't use blankets and things like that under my knees. However, if you have a thinner yoga mat, it's nice to have a thin blanket or something at times for knee support. Blocks, straps, bolsters, have anything you wish to use. Hi, Miss Rosie. Me too. Okay, I think that's everything. And I guess the last thing for anyone who's unfamiliar with this term of asana, or maybe you think of yoga as the physical postures that we practice in environments like this. Yoga is so much more than just the physical postures. And yoga essentially translates to, excuse me, to union. This is how we can understand the practice of yoga. Union with our own beloved self and union with the wholeness, the oneness of life. We're going to begin standing at the top of the mat today. Feel the crown of the head lifting up toward the sky, the shoulders dropping down, and the pelvis finding a neutral position rather than the tailbone sticking out or tucking under. There's this relaxed position here. Gently draw the navel toward the spine. Feel some activity in the core. Micro bend in the knees. Let's lift the toes and feel as if we're drawing the energy up from the earth, activating the leg muscles. The core is active. There's this lift and lengthening through the spine. Chin is slightly tucked, and then relax the toes. Shoulders drop back and down. Maintain this aliveness and awareness in the body. And even though we're drawing the navel toward the spine, find your full deep breathing. As you inhale, the belly, ribs, and chest expand. And as you exhale, the chest, ribs, and belly soften in. Full deep breathing. Have a slight space between the teeth and the lips. And if Ujjayi Pranayama is part of your practice, you can begin to engage this ocean sound in the breath. Bring the palms to touch at the heart. Feel the sternum lifting up into the thumbs. And we'll chant the sound of Om together one time, creating this vibration of harmony in our own being and also collectively all around the planet. Let's take a deep breath in to begin. Bow your chin toward your chest. Set your sankalpa, your intention for practice. And remember, your sankalpa can be for yourself. It can be about your practice today on your mat. Your sankalpa can also be for someone else or many other people. Maybe you have well wishes for a group of people on the planet or something that's happening on the planet. You can always have your sankalpa be more than your personal experience if that's what you're wishing today. And there's no right way or better way or more holy way. It's just what you feel called to dedicate your practice to, your intention. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen up, look up toward the hands. Exhale, draw the navel toward the spine, bend the knees, hinge all the way forward. Bring the fingertips to the shins, long flat back, long arms, shoulders pull back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, plant the palms, and then step back to a high plank pose. Draw the navel toward the spine, press back through the heels. Inhale. Exhale, lower down through your knees or coming all the way to the belly through your push-up. Bhujangasana Cobra, elbows pull down and close. Inhale, curl up through the spine. Pubic bone stays in contact with the mat. And then exhale, make your way down and then back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Look forward, see that the creases of your wrists are parallel to the top of the mat. Lift your fingers, spread them wide, and then root back down through all fingers, especially the base of the index fingers and thumbs. Feel your inner elbows maybe rolling forward if that's possible for your anatomy. Bend your knees, press your chest back toward your thighs, and then draw your navel toward your spine. Feel the crown of the head reaching down toward the fingers, creating space between the shoulders and the ears. Beautiful, everyone. If you find that your shoulders, your chest, or your back body are really tight, I invite you to find this position each time you come to downward facing dog. In general, if we have these patterns of tension, it's good to practice this pose with the knees bent especially, so we can really press the chest back and start to open. Of course, if you have a lot of space here, you can always reach the heels down for the mat. And then make sure again that you're drawing the navel toward the spine. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step up to the top of the mat and fold forward. Press into the feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. Bend the knees if you wish. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, option to bend the knees. Draw the navel toward the spine as you fold forward. Fingertips to shins, long arms, weight in the toes, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, high plank. Lower down Chaturanga, or bring your knees down first and make your way all the way to the belly for Cobra, or curl up through Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog, where the thighs are completely off of the mat. We'll all make our way up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 slow, deep breaths and downward facing dog. Find all those little cues again that we just went over. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Option to bend the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up, draw the navel toward the spine. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, Surya Namaskar A again. Lengthen. Exhale, option to bend the knees. You can bow or dive forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, fingertips to shins, shoulders pulled back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, high plank. Lower down knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. And make your way up for Bhujangasana, Cobra, or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Upward facing dog, make your way back. Downward facing dog, 3 slow deep breaths. Draw the navel toward the spine, bend the knees if you wish. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Press into the feet, inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bring the big toes to touch, heels are slightly apart, preparing for Utkatasana. Draw the navel toward the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up, sink the hips back and down, weight in the heels. Exhale, bow through center to fold forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, high plank. We'll lower through the vinyasa. You can always skip your vinyasa and just come back to downward facing dog if that's where your body is at today. Inhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands, lower the back heel. Inhale, rise up, hips square to the top of the mat, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, touchdown. Lift the back heel, step the right leg back, move through your vinyasa, or again, just come to downward facing dog. Softly step the left foot through between the hands, lower the back heel, hips square to the top of the mat as you rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale to lower down. Lift the back heel, step the left leg back, move through your transition. Adho Mukha Svanasana, 3 slow deep breaths. So this is a more traditional Surya Namaskar B. The next time we move through this, I'm going to show us a variation with a lunge pose as opposed to Warrior 1, which is nice if you need some pelvic stabilization. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Lengthen and then fold. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart, sink the hips down, reach the arms up. Utkatasana, press into the feet to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Sink the hips down, reach the arms up, weight in the heels, Utkatasana. Exhale to fold, bow through center. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, hands on the mat or on the shins. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, lower down through your vinyasa. Again, if you're choosing upward facing dog, the thighs are completely off of the mat. Let's take care of that beautiful lumbar spine. Downward facing dog, softly step right foot through between the hands. Keep the back heel lifted this time if you'd like to play with this. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, touchdown. Step the right foot back, lower through your transition. Adho Mukha Svanasana, softly step left foot through, keep the back heel lifted. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, touchdown. Step the left foot back. Again, move through your transition, or if you wish, just come back to downward facing dog. 3 slow, deep breaths in downward facing dog. Draw the navel toward the spine. Press your chest back. Shoulders roll up away from the ears. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step. Or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Big toes touch, heels are slightly apart. Sink the hips down. Inhale, Utkatasana to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. One more time like this. Sink the hips down, reach the arms up. Exhale to bow through center. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop back. Lower down knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Make your way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Softly step the right foot through between the hands. Option to come up in your lunge or lower the back heel for Virabhadrasana 1. On your exhale, touch down. Step the right leg back. Move through your transition. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Softly step left foot through. Choose the same pose you did on the other side. Inhale. Exhale to touchdown. Left leg steps back. Vinyasa. 3 slow, deep breaths. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Continue to root down through the base of the index fingers and thumbs. And if your legs are straight, feel your heels pulling apart. Remember, keep the knees bent if that chest or back body are really tight. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Let's lengthen the spine here. Bring the fingertips to the shins. Draw the navel toward the spine. Breathe here. Pull the shoulders back. Feel the shoulder blades as if they were trying to reach and touch each other behind your back. Inhale, lengthen, weight in the toes. Exhale, fold forward. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Sink the hips back and down. Rise up, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Step the feet apart so that the feet are underneath the hips. Big toes are pointing forward. Draw the navel toward the spine. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hands to the hips. Hinge forward. Let's come into a forward fold here. Take opposite elbows. Bend your knees. Allow your head and neck to be really relaxed. Upper body is really relaxed here. Maybe your belly is resting on your thighs. Rock the weight forward and back in the feet. Relax any clenching or tension in the face, the jaw. Rock the weight a little side to side in the feet. And then find neutral, a balanced position in the feet. Gently shake the head, no. Shoulders are really relaxed. And then yes. Beautiful. And one more breath here. Let your body really relax as much as you can. And then release the arms. Let the arms and the upper body hang really heavy. Rock the weight back into the heels a little bit. Keep the knees bent as you press into the heels and start to roll up the spine. Upper body and head are really, really relaxed. Your head is the very last thing to come up. We're doing a little spinal stacking here. One vertebra at a time rolls us all the way up to standing. And then once you reach standing, feel as if there's a thread in the top of your head, lengthening the spine up even more. Chin is slightly tucked. The shoulders naturally drop back and down. Navel gently engages towards spine. Micro bend in the knees. Lift and lengthen. Feel the hands active now, like the energy is moving down from above your head into your crown and down your arms, out through your fingertips. This energy pours down from above your head through your whole body and down through your legs, out the soles of your feet. Tadasana, mountain pose. Remember, at any time during our practice, if you need to rest, to just watch, or if you're feeling like you want to go stronger than we're going, that's fine. Honor yourself, yes. And thank you. I see someone shared a donation. Thank you so much for your donations, my loves. Palms touch at the heart. Option to keep the feet where they are, or if you prefer to have your big toes touching, you're welcome to change your foot position. Draw the navel toward the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen up. Exhale, option to bend the knees as you bow forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, palms to the floor, fingertips to shins. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back. Lower down to your knees and chest, or move through Chaturanga. Make your way up through Cobra or upward facing dog, and make your way back, downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Keep the hips square. Draw the navel toward the spine. Lift the right leg a little higher. Chest presses back toward left thigh. Shoulders pull up away from ears. Bend the right knee. Stack the hips. Allow the toes to fall behind. Gaze under right shoulder. Lift the knee a little higher. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Square the hips. Option to stay here, or exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left elbow. Option to go through this one more time if you wish, or just come to downward facing dog. Exhale. Exhale, right elbow. And exhale, left elbow. Three-legged dog, right leg lifts up. Exhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel, back toes are slightly turned in. Windmill the arms up. Turn the hips square to the left side of the mat. Sink down into the right knee. Stick your tailbone out behind you. Tilt it under so we lengthen the lumbar spine. Beautiful. Then see if you can open, sinking a little lower. Virabhadrasana 2. Maybe the right knee presses out to the right just a little so you can see the right big toe. Crown of the head is over the pelvis rather than reaching here. Doing a little dance, yeah? Open the arms wide, gaze is over right middle finger. Sink a little lower. Right palm turns up. Inhale, reverse. Back hand lightly touches back leg. Stay low in the hips. Exhale, extended side angle. Right arm to right thigh, left arm over ear. Inhale, reverse warrior. Barely touching that back leg rather than dumping the weight. Exhale, extended side angle. One more. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Beautiful. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, straighten the front leg, hands to the hips. Heel toe your back foot in just a little bit here, so we shorten the stance enough for Trikonasana. Hips are still square to the left side of the mat. Lengthen up through the spine. Lift your front toes and see that your right toes are pointing forward toward the top of the mat. By lifting the toes, we're reminding ourselves to activate this right leg. Tailbone gently drops down rather than sticking out behind us. Inhale. Exhale, reach out through the right arm. Keep the hips where they are and just move the arms. So many of us come into a twist here in our Trikonasana, our triangle pose. But we're going to see if we can maintain this nice flat-ish low back here. Keep lifting up through left hand. Maybe even turn your gaze up toward left thumb. Option to stay here. If you'd like to play with some fire, reach the arms alongside the ears. Relax the jaw, the face. Beautiful. All press into the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release them down. Beautiful. Bend the front knee, heel toe the back foot back a little, sink down into your Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands down, lift the back heel, step the right leg back, move through your vinyasa, or just come to downward facing dog. Draw the navel toward the spine, big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up and back. Again, keep the hips square here rather than popping open. Drop that left leg down, or drop the left hip down, lift the left leg. Shoulders pull up away from ears. Bend the left knee, stack the hips, left toes fall behind. Lift the knee a little higher. Inhale, lengthen the legs, square the hips, option to stay here, or exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, cross the body, right elbow. Option to do this one more time if you like. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, softly step left foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel, windmill the arms up. And again, square the hips to the right side of the mat and make sure that your stance is wide enough here to be able to comfortably sink down into your warrior 2. Stick your tailbone out behind you. Tilt it under to find this length here. Beautiful. Sink into that left leg. Now, when we're really open, some of us might find that we actually have this left knee over the left ankle. My hips are still open in here, so it's not quite there right now. And that's totally okay. Some of us will never be there. No issue. There's no one right way, other than safety for your body. Yes? Back toes are slightly turned in. Maybe that left knee gently presses out to the left a little so you can see the left big toe. Open the arms, gazes over left middle finger. Virabhadrasana 2. Left palm turns up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Stay low in the hips. Left arm over the ear. Exhale, left elbow down. Reach the right arm over, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale to extend. One more. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Heel toe the back foot in. So we shorten the stance a little here, preparing for Trikonasana. Hips are square to the right side of the mat. Draw the navel toward the spine. Lift the left toes. Activate the left leg. Arms open wide. Inhale. Exhale, reach out through left fingertips. Imagine your back is flat against a wall and move your arms. Maybe the gaze turns up to right thumb. Keep imagining that you're pressing your back and your sacrum against a wall. So we have this nice structure, alignment. Option is stay here if you'd like to play. Arms reach alongside the ears. Breathe deeply. Very nice, everyone. Inhale, reach the arms up, press into the feet. Exhale, release the arms down. Beautiful. Bend into the front knee. Heel toe the back foot open a little bit, or legs wider, I should say. Sink down, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale, windmill down. Lift the back heel. Step the left leg back and either just come to downward facing dog or move through your vinyasa. 3 slow, deep breaths in downward facing dog. Relax the jaw. Recall your sankalpa. What is your intention for today? Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Option to bend the knees. Inhale, rise up, draw the navel toward the spine. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach it up, lengthen. Option to bend the knees. Exhale, bow or dive forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back. And move through your vinyasa, or just come to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Inhale, lengthen, square the hips. Option to stay here or exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left elbow. One more round if you wish. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose. Lengthen with the in-breath. Bring it in with the out-breath. Last time, cross the body, left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, softly step right foot through between hands. Lower the back heel. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Sink it down. Right palm turns up. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Sink it low. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. One more. Inhale. Exhale, left arm over here. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Heel toe the back foot in a little bit. Back toes are still slightly turned in. Hips are square to the left side. Reach the arms open, lift the front toes. Inhale. Exhale, extend out, reach out. Move the arms, Trikonasana. 1, 2 breaths. Last one. 3, option to rise up or arms along the ears for 2 more breaths. As you wish. No need to strain or force. 1 more breath here. Press into the feet, rise up, release the arms down. Bring that back foot in a little bit more. If you have a block, this is a nice time to have the support of a block as we move into Ardha Chandrasana, balancing half moon pose. If you do have a block, bring it in your right hand. Place it to the outside of your right foot and a foot distance or a little further in front of your right foot. Let's see, I think I need to move back here a little bit. If you don't have a block, just bend your right knee as much as you need to bring the hand to the ground. And if this just isn't working for your body, you can skip this or play with something else that feels good for you. So right hand to the mat or to the block, left hand to the hip. Draw the navel toward the spine. Press into the right leg, lift the left leg, and then flex your left foot. So feel your left toes strongly pulling up toward your left knee. Really active left leg here. Then begin to stack the left hip on top of the right. When we practice this pose, we can also do this the same way that we do with Trikonasana, imagining that our back and our sacrum are against a wall. If you're here, maybe lift the left hand. The drishti is focused on the floor, or if you're playing with balance, over to your left. One spot, focus. Lift the left leg a little higher. Option is stay here if you'd like to play a little. Bend the left knee and then reach for the outside of the foot. If you have a hold of the foot comfortably, you can play with kicking the foot into the hand. Breathe. If you have the foot, slowly release it. Extend out through the leg. And then we'll all reach the left hand down. You can bring the hands to the block or to the mat. Drop your left hip down, so square your hips. Draw your navel toward your spine. Lift the left leg, standing splits. You can walk your hands toward your foot and then maybe even take a hold of the ankle with one or both hands if you'd like to play with balance. Micro bend in the standing leg. Maybe the forehead comes toward the right shin. Lift the left leg a little higher. Beautiful. Bend the right knee. Step the left leg all the way back. Windmill up. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale, windmill down. Lift the back heels. Step the right foot back. You know what to do here. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up and back. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Inhale to lengthen. Square the hips. Option to stay here or knee to nose. High plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right elbow. One more round, only if it feels good. Not because you feel like there's something wrong with you, so you should do it. But does this actually feel good? Are you enjoying this in some way, right? Cross the body, last one. And then we'll all softly step the left foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Sink it down. Left palm turns up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Back hand lightly touches back leg. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Reach the right arm over the ear. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Heel toe, the back foot in a little closer. Hips are still square to the right side of the mat. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Draw the navel toward the spine. Lengthen up. Lift the front toes. Open the arms. Inhale. Exhale, reach out through the left arm. Find this length, then move the arms. Maybe gaze turns up to right thumb. 3 breaths. Option to come up out of the pose or 2 more breaths with arms along the ears. Now, if any of these poses feel like they're straining a part of your body rather than maybe strengthening it, that's an invitation to come out of it. It means it's too much. Your body isn't ready for that yet. And so you need to build into that pose, doing other things. Inhale, press into the feet, rise up. Exhale, release the arms down. Beautiful. Ardha Chandrasana. Bend the front knee, bring that back foot in a little closer. And then again, have your block, if you have it, to the outside of the left foot and then a foot or so in front of the foot. And you'll find here, if you're wondering what that cue really is, when you come up into Ardha Chandrasana, you're creating this nice shape where your hand is essentially below your shoulders. You have this nice opening here. Sometimes if we're really right here, we don't have very good balance, or if we're way far out here, we don't have good balance. So we're using the support of gravity to move this energy and weight through the bones rather than straining with the muscles. So play with your positioning. Again, if you don't have a block, just you can bend deeply into the left knee to bring the hand down. Right hand to hip. Left toes are pointing forward to the top of the mat. Draw the navel toward the spine. Find your hand placement on the floor or the block. Press into the left foot to lift the right leg. And then before we stack, flex the right toes. Yes, so feel this leg becoming very strong and active. The toes pull up toward the knee. Then we begin to stack the hips. Beautiful. Maybe the gaze is on the floor or to your right. If you're really playing with balance, maybe you're actually even reaching your gaze up to your right hand if your right hand is up to the sky. Remember, there's no one way to do this. Lift the right leg a little higher. And then option to play here. If you wish, you can bend the right knee and take a hold of the right foot. I'm feeling the tension this morning. It's amazing how much the body changes throughout the day. If you have the right foot, kick it into the hands. When I practice at the end of the day, I feel like my body is 10 years more limber. Beautiful. If you have the foot, slowly release it. And then we'll all bring the right hand down, bend the left knee as much as you need to bring both hands to the block or to the mat. Drop your right hip down so the hips become square, and at the same time, lift the right leg. Draw the navel toward the spine. You can bring one or both hands to the ankle if you're playing with balance. Feel like that forehead is reaching toward the shin. Standing splits. Soften your face. Beautiful. Bend the front knee. Gracefully step the right leg all the way back. Find your way back in your warrior two pose. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Lift the back heel. Step the left leg back. Move through your vinyasa or just come to downward facing dog. Bring the knees wide down to the mat. Big toes touch. Sink the hips back. Balasana, child's pose. And have whatever you need here to make this somewhat comfortable. For some of us, this pose is the furthest thing from comfortable. So see if you can play with having different props to support you here. Sometimes it might feel comfortable to have a small pillow between your thighs and your calves. Sometimes it's nice to have a bolster or some pillows stacked here. There are different ways that you can make this pose a little more manageable. Relax your head and your neck. Relax the shoulders. Breathe deeply. Allow a space between the teeth. Feel the jaw soften. And again, recall your sankalpa. What is your intention? Inhale, press yourself up to all fours. Bring the knees underneath the hips. And make your way onto the belly. Going to come up into bow pose. If you have any issues with your low back or your neck, you'll find that you may wish to skip this posture. Bring the forehead to the mat. Bring the legs closer together. Press the pubic bone down into the mat. So feel like your low back is starting to lengthen a little bit by that big flat bone in the front of the pelvis pressing down into the mat. Bend your right leg. Reach your right arm back for what are we going to do here? The outside of the right foot or ankle. So the thumb is pointing down here. And then bend your left leg and reach for the outside of the left foot or ankle. Thumb is pointing down. From here, press your pubic bone down again to lengthen the low back. If you can't reach your feet, then you're welcome to take bridge pose if you're familiar with that, or any other pose that you wish. With the pubic bone pressing down, begin to kick the feet into the hands to lift up. And if you have a lot of space here, you can always walk the hands further down the shins toward the knees. Keep kicking strongly into the hands. Maybe lift a little higher. Breathe deeply. If the legs are splaying, bring them a little closer together. And slowly release, arms alongside the body, one cheek to the mat. Let it go. Rock the hips a little side to side and then just be still. Let's take a deep breath in together and then exhale with a sigh. Inhale. One more breath like this. Inhale. Beautiful. We'll come up into this one more time if it feels good for you. Chin or forehead to the mat. Bring the legs close together again. Press the pubic bone down. Bend the right knee. Reach for the outside of the right foot or ankle. Thumb is pointing down. Bend the left knee. Reach for the outside of the foot or the ankle. Thumb is pointing down. Press the pubic bone down again. And then as you wish, begin to kick the feet, the legs, the shins, whatever you have, into your hands to lift up. Relax the face. Two more breaths here if you wish. And slowly release it down. Opposite cheek to the mat, arms alongside the body. Let it go. Bend the elbows, plant the palms, tuck your toes under, and make your way up to a seated position. I invite you to avoid that counter stretch. Many of us will want to go back into child's pose to stretch the low back out. I invite you to avoid that right after any kind of a twist. Right after any kind of a back bend. And rather than moving the spine in the exact opposite direction, we move into a twist. So we're still getting some relief for those muscles along the spine, but we're not, what am I trying to say here? We're not giving such an intense counter stretch, which can be a lot for the lumbar spine. So from a seated position, let's extend out through the left leg and then cross the right leg over. If you can bend your left leg under and both sit bones are evenly rooted on the mat, you're welcome to take this posture. If you find that when you do this, one hip is higher than the other, I invite you to keep this leg extended. This allows us to have a nice foundation for the spine as we come into the twist. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, walk the right hand behind you. Reach the left arm up and over. Let's lengthen again. And then we'll exhale as we twist, turning the chin toward the right shoulder. And you can also bring the gaze into the far right corners of the eyes. So we give our eyes a little bit of an exercise here. Slow, deep breaths. One more breath here. Slowly unwind back to center, and then we'll change sides. So take, again, whichever variation with the legs works best for you. Let's start by extending out through the right leg, crossing the left leg over. You can bring the bottom leg under if you wish. Walk the left hand maybe behind the spine. Sit nice and tall. Reach the right arm up and over. You can always bend here if you prefer this posture. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Chin moves toward left shoulder and the gaze moves into the left corners of the eyes. 5 breaths here. Soft lips, soft jaw. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Beautiful. Bring the left sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh. The right leg is moving out directly from the hip. If you find that you're falling back here, this is a nice time to have a towel or a blanket just kind of rolled up and just tucked underneath the base of your spine, not sitting on top of it, but just a little tuck so that it helps to tilt the pelvis forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale with the torso moving over that right leg, hinge forward. You can relax the hands wherever they most comfortably can be. If you're familiar with the bind here and you're comfortable to take the bind, you're always welcome to do that. Remember, binding doesn't make you any more spiritual or more of a good person. Breathe deeply. Feel the hips relaxing as much as they can. And the right toes are pointing up toward the sky. You can even have a little flexion in that foot if you wish. Feel the weight of the body melting down. Slow, deep breaths. We'll take one more slow, deep breath here. Use your hands to slowly roll up the spine. So walk your hands in as you roll up the spine. Sit tall. Take a moment here just to be with your experience. And then we'll change sides. Extend out through the left leg. Right foot comes to the inner thigh if possible. And that left leg is pointing directly out, toes up to the sky. Turn your torso over the extended leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. And again, you can just rest your hands wherever they comfortably rest. You can take the bind if you wish. Slow, deep breaths. Relax the glutes, relax any striving or gripping through the upper body. Relax the head and the neck as much as you can. Soften your face. And if you wish, imagine that you are breathing in and out of your beautiful heart. And each breath is just nourishing your heart space with whatever you're needing right now. Love, tenderness, peace, calm, self-care, compassion, forgiveness. One more slow, deep breath here. Use your hands to slowly support you rolling up the spine, one vertebra at a time. And then again, just pause here for a moment. As always, we begin our 60-minute session after the introduction, so we usually end about 10 minutes after. If you do need to leave early, I always invite that you spend at least a few moments, a minute or two at the very least, in Shavasana to give yourself this gift of integration. Let's slowly make our way onto the back. Hug the knees into the chest and rock a little from side to side. And then bring your hands to the tops of the knees so the fingers are kind of pointing down toward your feet. So you have a lot of space here to extend the arms and make some big circles. Change directions. Nice big circles here, massaging the sacrum, maybe the low back a little. And if you're going really fast, slow it down, become aware. If we find ourselves moving fast in these kinds of poses, it's usually because our mind is someplace completely different. And when we become present again and aware of what's happening, we can naturally slow down. Hug the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg down. Change sides. Left knee into the chest, extend the right leg down. Beautiful. And then just 5 breaths in happy baby. So bring the knees wide, reach for the outer edges of the shins or maybe the outer edges of the feet if that's possible for you. And then maybe bring the soles of the feet up to the sky with the ankles above the knees. Allow the knees to drop out wide. Relax the upper body as much as you can. And we'll just take a few more slow breaths here. Relax the jaw, the face, the heart, the belly, the glutes, the groin. Just let everything soften. Slowly release, hug the knees into the chest. Extend the legs down the mat. Bring the feet as wide as the edges of the mat with the toes out to the sides. Reach your right arm out and then tuck your right shoulder under you, if that makes any sense. Release the right arm down. Reach the left arm out. Tuck your left shoulder under you and then release the arm down. And then just wiggle, get comfortable. Toes fall out to the sides. Chin is slightly tucked. Close your eyes and find stillness. Allow your thoughts to pass like clouds in the sky. Nothing to hold on to, nothing to think about right now. And before you completely let go, silently repeat these words to yourself and your mind. I am light. I am consciousness. I am love. I am one with all of life. I invite you to stay here for as long as you like. If you're ready to complete, bring your awareness back to the sensations of your body held by the earth beneath you. Start to deepen your breath. Inhale, reach your arms up alongside your ears. Just move your fingers and toes. Feel this opening in your chest. Take a nice stretch from fingers to toes. When you're ready, bend your knees. Roll over onto one side. You can use your bottom arm as a pillow. Take an extra breath or two here. And use your hands to gently press yourself up to a seat with the eyes closed. Bring the palms to touch at the heart in Anjali Mudra. We'll complete with our closing chant, offering the benefit of our practice to all beings. And today I would like to say an extra intention for anyone who wishes to hold it with me, for the people of Iran, especially the protesters of Iran, for their health and well-being, and for the health and well-being of all on the planet. Harmony within and without. Our chant is Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu 3 times, and then Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let's inhale together. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all beings and all of creation be happy, peaceful, and free. Peace, peace, peace. I invite you to just hold your heart for a moment. You can massage your heart or just hold your heart with love and tenderness, with kindness. Thank you, friends. Thank you for your light. Thank you for being part of this beautiful community. Thank you for your donations that support me and support Insight Timer. Thank you. Just thank you. We have quite a few opportunities to be together live, and I will pull them up here so that I can share them with you. Let's see here. We'll be together again. Is today Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday, yeah. So we are together for the next 3 days in a row, I believe. We are together tomorrow, Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern for our satsang together, where we come together in our hearts, just present to whatever arises. Yes. We meditate together. We talk about things that are maybe up for people, things that people are having difficulty with, or other things we'd like to address in our sacred space together. And then we'll be together again on Thursday. Well, Thursday my time, yes. Some of us are so far far apart in time that it's the next day for you. Let's see here. Oh, and of course, Love Heals All is our group if you'd like to join our group. Okay, so tomorrow, 5 p.m., and then we're going to come together for sun salutations. I just thought this would be a nice way because sometimes we don't have an entire hour to practice, or maybe we don't have the energy and motivation, but it's just nice to give our energetic systems and our bodies this gift of even just Surya Namaskar A, that Vinyasa sequence, the sun salutations. So we're going to be together on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern time? Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern time for sun salutations. And maybe you just want to join us for like 3 of them or 5 of them, and that's good for you. Maybe you want to join for 5, and then you want to do your own practice. We'll probably do about 20 together, and then take a little Shavasana and be complete. So that's going to be a lovely thing we'll get to do together for the next few weeks while I'm here in Hawaii before I'm on the move again. And then Friday we'll be together again at 2 p.m. Eastern for our Vinyasa yoga asana like today. So I thank you. Thank you again, my friends. Any last things you'd like to share before we come to a completion today? And again, you can find all of my live sessions listed on my profile page. So you just go to the profile page and then you scroll down and you'll see all of these live sessions here. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for being. I love you. Thank you, Jane. Namaste. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Jen, reach out. Send me a DM if you like. And thank you, Matthew. Nice picture of your nice aligned Adho Mukha Svanasana there. Beautiful. Yeah, friends, as a reminder, always reach out and send me a DM. Connect. It's always nice to connect. Okay. I love you. I'm so grateful to you. Remember, be kind with yourself. We don't realize it. I think we're moving into this consciousness as human beings, but I think for many of us, we just don't understand that how kind, compassionate, forgiving, understanding we are with ourselves determines our experience of peace and joy and love in our lives. Someone can love us and just give us everything, right? They could just tell us we're the most amazing person in the world and we deserve everything and we're so worthy. But if we still have an inner dialogue of beating ourselves up and judging ourselves and making ourselves wrong for just having human emotions and making mistakes, then it doesn't matter how much someone else loves us. We'll feel miserable. So it's not just like a trendy, nice thing to love ourselves. For me, I find it is truly a path to freedom, a path to peace, a path to living the most beautiful life we could ever imagine, even a life we might not even be able to imagine. And that's why I created this self-love course, not just because it's it's a nice idea, but because we can really find greater freedom through it. So that's my wish for each of us today. May we meet ourselves with greater kindness, compassion, understanding, and love. Just say like at least one loving thing to yourself, one kind thing to yourself. That's it. So I wish that for us. Okay. Stay connected. There's a link on my profile page. Thank you, Jen. You too. Enjoy, my loves. I love you so. And I look forward to being together again tomorrow. Oh, hi, Chris. So beautiful.